Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a nursing video. And I'm pretty much going to talk about my transition from the LPN role to the RN role. And most of you guys want to know like the difference in pay, how much I made as an LPN, how much I made as an RN, and I am going to be showing you guys my check as a LPN versus my check as an RN. So let's start by saying that my transition wasn't bad for me because I was an LPN for a long period of time, and I still have my LPN license. So I got my LPN. I went to LPN school 2005. So yeah, I got my LPN. I started working at a nursing home. And my first job as an LPN in New York, I was getting paid $28.50. Now, I was born at Kings County. My mom wanted me to work at Kings County, so I applied at Kings County, and 6 months into being a new grad, Kings County hired me. The only issue was that city hospitals don't pay good. The benefits are excellent. Pay was not that great. So I had to make a decision. Do I want to keep this $28.50 that I'm making, and mind you, I was making good money at the nursing home, versus the 21, I think it was like $21.33 at the time. And back then they weren't unionized. Like they had just lost the union contract. So I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I spoke to someone that I went to school with. She was she was actually one of my teachers at school. And she advised me why hospital experience is preferred. I took the position at Kings County, and I was only getting paid $21.33. So imagine going from $28.50 to $21.33. Now, I was still young at the time. I was, 19, 20? So it was still pretty good money. So yeah, I did that for a while, and then I left Kings County. Where did I go after Kings County? I went to Methodist. Methodist was paying me $26.74. It was an odd number like that. $26.74, and I was working at all the outpatient clinics. And I pretty much did everything. Like, because I had that hospital experience from Kings County, and I could go anywhere, and people are like, "You worked at Kings County? You're hired. You can do anything." Like, that was like in the center of Brooklyn, #1 trauma center. You name it, we've done it. I've seen it. So it was kind of good that I did have that hospital experience. When it came to me transitioning from that LPN state to my RN state, I didn't really have a struggle. Only thing I struggled with sometimes was with school. So I went to numerous LPN to RN programs. And my problem was that not only was I making good money at the time, I was so focused on the money aspect that I was like, I'm making as much as some new grad RN, so what's the point of me even getting my RN? But my mom kept telling me, you started something, you have to finish it. Because I didn't start out saying I wanted to be an LPN. I was in the RN program. I actually went to Medgar Evers College. So I went to Medgar Evers, and it took forever to get in that nursing program. The first time I applied, I didn't make it. And mind you, I scored really high on my net. And that's the nursing entrance test. I scored really high on my net, and I still could not get in this program. So in the meantime, I was taking all these stupid classes, just waiting to get in. And by the time I turned around, I was at Medgar for, I want to say, almost 3 years. Because I graduated from high school in 2003. And then I left Medgar, no, it was 2 years. Left Medgar in 2005, and that's how I started my LPN program. So it's like I kind of started out the whole RN transition, got derailed because I was like, I might as well go do my LPN. And before I even let me back step a little bit. I was so discouraged when I left Medgar one day that I went downtown Brooklyn. I said, you know what, I'm going to be a medical assistant. And I went to the Allen School, and my first class there, I kid you not, they were doing like simple 5 times 3, like this little spelling test. Like, I felt like this was like a waste of time, and then that program was like $10,000. So at that time, I did not get financial aid. They said my mom made too much, because like I said, I was young at the time. They said my mom made too much money, so I could not get financial aid, so I was paying everything out of pocket. So my first class, I'm like, dang, I'm paying to do simple multiplication. Like, that made no sense to me. So I was on the bus heading home, And, you know, sometimes they say God do send you people, and that is so true. Lady looked at me and she seen my Allen school scrubs on, and she said, why are you doing medical assistant? So I told her, you know, I was in the RN program. I was in the school for RN, and it took forever for me to get in the program, and I felt like I was just wasting money, blah, 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 blah. And she told me about the LPN school that I went to, which was VIV at the time. And mind you, it was all the way in Long Island. So she told me about the program, and she gave me the information. It just so happened that following morning, I was supposed to be going to the Allen school again for my second class. I called, and they was having exams to get into the school. And I was like, you know what? I'm taking the LIRR out there, and I'm just going to take the test, and I'm just going to wing it. I went out there, took the test. That was a Friday. Went out there, took the test. Didn't even go to the Allen school again. The Monday, I called the Allen school, told them that I no longer want to be in the program. And I called VIV, and I asked them how long does the process take. They said they would basically get back to me with the results. That following Friday, they called me, told me I made it into the school, and the rest was history. With that being said, a hard part for me when I became a RN was that I had to think about, dang, I'm not going to get paid as much as I did as an LPN because I'm a new grad RN. They weren't looking at me like, because sometimes some places do not recognize LPNs as nurses. That's the truth. So that was the hardest pill for me to swallow. My first interview out of school, I went and they wanted to offer me $23. Yeah, in Florida they wanted to offer me $23, and I was like, dang. With my agency, I get $26, and then at my per diem job, I'm getting $29. So for me to say I just went to school and I paid all this money for me to get my RN, and I'm going to be taking a decrease in pay, it just didn't make any sense to me. So the hospital that I basically did my preceptorship, if you want to call it that, like that's where my school was affiliated with, they wanted to hire me also, but the thing was that they wanted to hire me in med-surg. And because I did med-surg for many years, like I'm burnt out, I'm over med-surg, like I did not want to do it. So I basically told them, I said, you know, I'm willing to take a hospital job from you guys, but it can't be med-surg. Like that's not what my heart is. I'm not just going to take a job just because I need a job. I just don't want to do it. So then they told me about the neuro ICU opening up, and that they will hire me for the neuro ICU, but I had to start out on the neuro floor just so I get a better understanding of neuro. So I toured the unit. I liked it. I took the position. The problem was that when they talk about pay, they were like, well, we're only paying you this amount of dollars. And I'm like, oh no, I'm worth way more than that. And sometimes, you know, people, like when people hear that, I was kind of tugging at them as far as like pricing go or like wages go. They were like, oh, you had no business doing that because you're a new grad RN. Yeah, but I still know my worth. I know my worth. I know my work ethic. I know I might not have done neuro before, but I know how to take care of my patients, med pass, my medication. I know what I'm doing. So I know my worth, and I was sticking to my guns. And I basically told them at the interview, I'm like, I can't take that amount of money because that's a decrease in what I'm making right now as an LPN. I understand that you guys are giving me opportunity, and I'm grateful for it, but can we do something about this pay? They said they were going to get back to me. They did. They offered me more money, and because I'm working night shift, I get a $5 differential. And on the weekends, I get $7 extra. So the money does add up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my paycheck, and I'm going to show you guys my first paycheck. Not my first paycheck as an LPN, but I'm going to show you guys my last paycheck as an LPN right here. And I made some pretty good money. I'm going to show you a paycheck for a full 80 hours, and it's going to be right here. Hopefully I wasn't rambling. I know you guys just probably came to see my paycheck because you guys nosy. Nah, y'all ain't nosy. This is the end of my video. I hope you guys did find this video very helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, my loves.